How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Ravens Nest. Today we're looking at the Baltimore Ravens offensive performance against the Las Vegas Raiders. Ravens did some good things. Lamar definitely impressed with his, over 300 total yards performance. Extended plays, had the 2 fumbles, obviously not great. I'm sure he'd be the first one to tell you he can't do that. Pretty sure he did in the press conference. The offensive line's a problem right now, especially with Ronnie Stanley probably out for a couple weeks now. It was already a problem going into the season, especially between that and the chemistry with the wide receivers, and then obviously all of the running back injuries. Team's pretty depleted right now as far as offensive resources goes, so going to be tough going forward. Still, let's break down the film here. Let's see what we did, see what we can improve on. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. We're backed up into our red zone here. It's going to be a play action fake. They're going to look to take a deep shot here. Left guard's pulling back to kick out the end. Protection kind of breaks down a little bit. Lamar doesn't see anything. He sees the alley, and then he just kind of makes a play, outruns Jonathan Abrams. Probably should have been a penalty right there. 2nd and 10 right here. This is just going to show the maturation of Lamar. He wasn't a big check down guy. Didn't really check the ball down a lot. I mean, his idea of a check down is, just if you see a lane, take it. But he never really checked it down to the running back. This is something great to see. Obviously, you want the protection to be better. You got Ngakoue on a guard right there. He ends up making the check down throw to Tyson Williams. See what happens. It's like a 20-yard gain. That just shows that he knows the concept. He knows where the ball needs to go if, things don't go as anticipated. So that's just to show he's learning. He knows where the ball needs to go, makes the right read. Here's a great look at Tyson Williams' touchdown run. We got tackle over. What that means, Ronnie Stanley just kind of trades plays here. He's now on the right side. They're just trying to get beef, get their best blockers at the point of attack. They do a great job of that here. They got Pat Ricard in motion coming around. You can see they kind of just wash it down, and then there's a huge lane for Tyson to just kind of run through here. One thing I want to say about this play is great right here. Obviously, really worked really well. 4th and 1. They end up trying to do the exact same thing on 4th and 1, and then KJ Wright just kind of sneaks in there, kind of slides into where the hole was supposed to be and takes it away. So that's one thing I don't like about the Ravens offense. In key situations, they go back to like plays that they ran in that same situation in early in the game. Like you have to have more options on 4th and 1. You can't run the exact same play. I know obviously this great success. It was only a yard when they lost it early in that game, but in that situation, you got to give Lamar an option to run with the ball as well. He's the most dangerous threat you have on your team and possibly in the league. Here we go, 2nd and 14. Another example of just getting the ball in the playmaker's hand, letting them run away with it. Yet again, protection's not great, but the run after catch here by Sammy Watkins is something we need. You can see Ngakoue beats Stanley inside, causing Lamar shift to left. Max Crosby just throws away Alvin Villanueva. Luckily, Lamar shifty in the pocket, gets the ball out to Sammy Watkins, and he can kind of run away from people. But this is what the offense is going to have to be, it's at least for the foreseeable future, because we can't block anyone. It was very bad. Ronnie Stanley, obviously something's wrong with him. I've never seen him perform like that ever. And then Villanueva, he's getting toyed with. We're going to need to leave either we're going to need to spread people out and get the ball out quick, or we're going to have to max protect and run like 2 and 3 man route concepts and then just let Lamar take what's there. But because we can't protect him, it's actually pretty crazy. Going from 2 years ago, probably the best offensive line in the league. Last year, we had injuries, so I was like, all right, we'll fix it this year, but it hasn't happened. Bunch trips formation right here. This is going to be the touchdown pass to Marquise Brown. Lamar just being absolutely ridiculous, just kind of creating in the pocket. Like, look, Crosby's beating Villanueva again. Zeitler, we paid a bunch of money to. He's doing a whole lot of nothing. And then Lamar just kind of, whoop, see you later. This is just a scramble drill, really. Marquise Brown does a really good job uncovering and running back to the ball. So that's something I like to see. you can tell they practiced it. It looked really good. All the receivers were running in that way. So it's just something they definitely practiced. All right, here's really good vision by Tyson Williams. I want you to look at this backside linebacker. This is his key read. It's an inside zone play. So what he's going to do is he's overcommitting. That's his guy. He's reading. If he's over the top, he knows the backside's open. If he's coming backside, he knows he needs to press the hole as the play intends it to. But look at the cutback for him right here. You can see he's over the top already right here. His run gap is right here. He's overrunning it already. Really good job by Tyson realizing that and make it a huge, huge play for us. All right, here's another example of just us not being able to protect. Max Crosby at the bottom of the screen, Yannick Ngakoue at the top, just both beat the edge rushers, make Lamar get upfield, and then he just kind of makes something happen here. I mean, people don't want Lamar to get hit, but he doesn't have a choice. He needs to get out of the pocket, and he needs to run the ball. He does a good job protecting himself, but, man, it's like he just doesn't have time. He doesn't have a clock in his head yet. Or I should say he has it, but it's so fast. He couldn't even get to the top of his drop back before he had to get out of there because he's going to get hit. Like that play is bad. The offensive line play is bad. I know it was 5-on-4. You should be able to block people. Like someone's getting doubled and then the other people need to win a one-on-one, and it just wasn't happening at all in this game. All right, let's take a look at this play. It's going to be a zone read, and this guy's going to be arcing out to this cornerback here. Raiders are actually in pretty good position. It's just, I mean, the guys can't tackle Lamar in the open field. So let's take a look at what happens. See, this is the guy he's reading now. He's got a tight end on a corner. Pat Ricard's down blocking him here, and he's just going to, fake it, and then he just makes a miss in the open field. Lamar just kind of, makes the play happen. Yet again, it's a good play. Obviously, it's very effective, but they defended it perfectly right there, and they just can't tackle him. It's actually incredible. Like as a defensive coach, you'd say, all right, we had the numbers there. We had it figured out. We knew what they were doing. We just couldn't stop it. All right, now we got my favorite throw of the game for Lamar here. Sammy Watkins is going to be running this, vertical over route. He gets a matchup. It's cover 3, so there's single high safety back there. This linebacker's going to have to turn and run with them. Obviously, that's a mismatch in the Ravens' favor here. But this throw and the concentration that Watkins had here on this catch is absolutely perfect. You can see he shifts over, safety on a wide receiver on a linebacker, play action, and then he just runs by him. Perfect throw right here by Lamar. Excellent catch, nice concentration. Nice job by Sammy Watkins. That's another element. That's another vertical threat the Ravens have. Eventually, when Rashad Bateman gets back, he'll be a part of that too, and it'll open up the offense even more. Just comes down to if we can protect Lamar for long enough so we can throw the ball down the field like that. All right, here we go. We're going to take a look at Latavius Murray's touchdown run. Very simple. It's just it's the straight handoff, and they just overpower the Raiders right here. Get Ben Powers up on the linebacker. Nice job. Murray just kind of backs his way in the end zone. Nothing crazy. It's just at that point, the Ravens were kind of dominating physically. Took advantage of it, get the ball in the end zone. In 10, it's kind of tough to tell if this is a called draw or not. The center gets out, so does the running back here. You can see still getting pressure in his face. Left guard's getting beat. Both tackles are as well. Marge yet again, just kind of making a play, getting upfield, and then just doing what he does. I mean, it shows that we had 186 rushing yards. The ground game wasn't that effective. It's all on Lamar. He had I think he almost had 90 rushing yards. Most of them were on scrambles. It's gonna have to be what it is, or especially early on in the season, and especially against the Chiefs, because they just don't have the bodies. They don't have the time together. They can't run their complex run schemes. Like the counter read play that I love from them, they didn't even run it once against the Raiders. They don't have the running backs for it. They don't have the offensive line. They just don't have the chemistry. It's gonna be hard going forward for them to build that too. They don't practice much during the regular season, especially with all these guys hurt. Optimistic going forward, but it's going to be a tough sledding. I think Harbaugh's a good guy for the job. He'll be able to figure it out. It's just a matter if they figure it out early enough in the season, because they got a tough stretch. Well, I think the last 6 games they get 5 divisional opponents. It's like that's tough sledding right there, especially since they're physical games against the Steelers and the Browns, even the Bengals. Bengals look pretty good. Offense is going to have to clean it up, but we'll keep the faith. Thanks guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so.